Welcome to another edition of World Surf Weekly, coming to you from Lower Trestles, California, site of the Rip Curl WSL Finals. History has just been made. Your 2021 World Champions are officially crowned, and they did it in dramatic fashion. But it doesn't stop there. The quest for qualification is just days away as the Challenger Series kicks off next. We've been waiting for this all season long. Now let's get into it. Welcome to World Surf Weekly from San Clemente, California, the high-performance hub of the surfing world, Lower Trestles, also the home of the first ever Rip Curl WSL Finals. I'm Cote with Strider Wasilewski and Kaipo Guerrero, and we've just rocked the world, crowning men's and women's champion in the water. An epic day for surf fans all over the world. Congratulations to our big winners. The format, well, there was a lot of banter before, during, and after, but I'll tell you what, the decision to run this contest as it was run, celebrated by the entire surfing world. What a way to finish the year, Kaipo. That was a proper championship tour event.
Yeah, that was proper, and it showed the athletes and the perseverance that everyone needed from morning until afternoon. It also showed, Chris, how valuable that #1 seed was to be able to go into that title match straight away, and that 2 out of 3 format in that title match. I'm a big fan of it. I think we saw the true undisputed world champions get crowned today, and another star of the show, Lower Trestles.
That's right. I love that word, undisputed. And Strider, you were right there in the water, in the lineup, seeing it all go down. What a way to end the day.
It was really amazing to watch the energy of the surfers and what they were bringing. You could see them winning and losing mentally and focused and physically, you know, having moments. And it was one of those things where you're I got a great seat out there, but it was also like a shared emotional thing where you're watching these people, being cheered up and crowned.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you. It was a long, impactful day of surfing. Let's start by taking a look at the women's bracket. Now, we filled this bracket just a few weeks ago, right after the event in Mexico, so we knew it was going to be a heck of a day of surfing. All of these surfers performed above and beyond. At the end of the day, the Rip Curl WSL Finals came to fruition for Carissa Moore, your 2021 WSL World Champion. She took down Tatiana Weston Webb in that best 2 of 3 series. And basically, the fight for Carissa's title, no easy path, even though she only had to surf 3 heats.
Yeah, she was down 1-0 to start it off, and she looked rattled, but she regained composure and brought back the kind of surfing that we expect from a 4-time world champ, now a 5-time world champ, because of this kind of surfing today, Chris.
It's been her biggest hurdle, though, right, is really overcoming mental challenges, and that's what she did today, and it was pretty impressive to see her regain composure, come back, and do the damage that she did. She was up against the ropes, let's just say it. Tatiana taking out that first heat was really hard for her to handle, and she had to come back and win 2 in a row.
And full credit to the pit crew. She said in her interview after the title match that she was down. She was feeling it, She thought that destiny maybe was not on her side, but her pit crew lifted her up on her shoulders, and the title was won.
Red Bull Athlete Zone, they made a bubble around Carissa Moore to protect her from any bad vibes, bring her up, and she sure did do that, coming back in the 2nd and 3rd heat and wins another world title. Well-deserved as well for this world title.
And she doesn't get enough credit for how powerful she is and smooth and fluid. So, that moment right there, come on, that was just a beautiful picture-perfect moment where a true champion rose above adversity and came out on top.
Yeah, and this is not hyperbole. History made here today at Lower Trestles. Carissa Moore, now a 5-time world champion, getting that much closer to that big 7 with Stephanie Gilmore. Now let's take a look at what happened on the men's bracket. So, of course, everybody was fired up to see every match, but starting with Connor Coffin and Morgan Siblick, all the way up to our title matches. Very fitting that we had Felipe Toledo and Gabriel Medina, goofy versus regular, both longtime friendly rivals from Brazil. At the end of this bracket, the end boss did it. 2021 WSL World Champion Gabriel Medina. He did it on rail, frontside, backside, in the air. Truly masterful performance from Medina.
This guy's a warrior, and he shows it in every battle, in every heat. He's going to bring the heat, and he looked unbeatable from the first time he stood up on his board all the way to another world title. I'm telling you, Gabe Medina brought innovation, performance, and some clutch surfing in these matches.
Well, I feel like Toledo, though, he really did have a chance. And you know what? It was fun to watch these guys make each other surf better. You know, he was driven to surf this way by Toledo, which makes me really happy to see somebody elevated by their opponent.
So this is just a couple of the dynamic maneuvers we saw from Gabriel Medina. And in most circumstances, these would have been shocking aerials. But this is Gabriel Medina we're talking about. Nothing shocking we see him surf like that.
Look at this way. Gabe Medina fully deserved this title, this world title. You can't argue that he is the undisputed world champ in 2021. He did it all year long, and he did it on big finals day today. That's a true champ.
Yeah, I love the way that this played out. That was amazing. I mean, just think about the amount of effort it goes into your mental capacity to go, you know what? I'm going to bust right here. And he frees himself up. He doesn't have the pressure, and you can see it in his surfing, and it's so fun to watch. It's one of the most impressive things. And listening to Kelly Slater and Mick Fanning talk about him and what a weapon he is and how much of a superior athlete he really is on top of everybody else in this league, it's crazy.
And this was a big sentimental win for Gabriel Medina. We know he has the heart of a champion. We've seen him do it time and time again. And you could tell that this title meant something extra to Medina, who did it for himself. He did it for Brazil. He did it for surfing, right there showing us his dominance. And there will be more titles in the future. And speaking of titles, we have both of our champions coming up next. Stay tuned. You're watching World Surf Weekly from Lower Trestles here in San Clemente, California. We'll be right back. Welcome back to World Surf Weekly. I'm Chris Cote alongside Salt and Peppa, a.k.a. Strider Wasilewski and Kaipo Guerrero. Now, 2021, a challenging year globally, and add professional surfers to that list. Gabriel Medina and Carissa Moore winning world titles in a landscape fraught with adversity. We're talking global pandemics. We're talking obstacles on each and every turn that these surfers face. So not only are they going up against the world's best surfers, they're going up against the world. So you had to really be focused from beginning to end of the season. Kaipo, with so many hurdles and so much adversity, I feel like these champions deserve even some more extra credit.
I give a lot of credit to the surfers. I give a lot of credit just to the WSL and the association making it happen, and it was a great year. I mean, if you think about it, we had some historic stuff go down. We had the women at Pipeline for the first time. We had a new venue in Rottnest. We had giant Margaret River. We had the return of Mexico, Barra de la Cruz, and then we had this Rip Curl WSL Finals here. I can't. You know what? 2021 was a really good year in a world full of adversity.
Yeah, no doubt. So let's take a look at your final breakdown for the 2021 Championship Tour rankings. Carissa Moore up there on top. Tatiana, Sally, Jean DeFay, Stephanie Gilmore rounding out our final five here today. Then you've got Caroline Marks, Tyler Wright, Isabella Nichols, and Courtney Conlog in that above 9 cut line. Malia Manuel right there at number 10. So for 10 and below, surfers are going to have to fight their way back onto the Championship Tour via the Challenger Series. So from all the way down to number 10, let's go back up to number 1. Let's get a word from Carissa Moore on what it means to take on the world.
It's a bit emotional. It was a long year. It was a long day. I wasn't how I imagined it would start. I kind of had to fight my way back, and so I think it made that feel even sweeter to win that way. I was about to have a little bit of a meltdown after the first heat, and losing that one, I was like, gosh, I wanted this to be over sooner rather than later, and just having to regroup and stuff and just kind of let it all go and surf from my heart. I tried my best, and happy it worked out.
Not a dry eye in the house. I mean, pure emotion there from Carissa Moore. We've seen that from her before, but I'll tell you, that is the heart and soul of a champion. Carissa Moore is truly a special part of this sport, will forever be remembered as one of the greatest to ever do it. And guess what? she's got a lot more time to do this, more championships on the way, no doubt. So from the women, let's flip it back over to the men. Another incredibly exciting run for the 2021 Men's Championship Tour. There you see the three-headed monster up on top, Medina, Toledo, Guerrero, 1, 2, 3. Connor Coffin with the best finish of his career at number 4. Morgan Sibling, no doubt, this guy's got to be Rookie of the Year. I mean, that's an easy call there. Cola Pinto, Jordy Smith, Kanoe Igarashi, Nyago Dora, rounding out the top 10 with Frederico Moraes. I'm loving the look of that list. That is a really cool variety of talented surfers.
We got some great young blood. So we got a lot of surfers who have a lot of years in front of them.
Well, there's your 2021 men's top 10 on the championship tour. Let's get a word from Gabriel Medina on what it's like to be sitting on top of the world.
Every dream seems to be impossible, you know, until it's done. And this is a special day for me. You know, I had this dream on my mind for a long time, and all the glory and honor to the guy up there. You know, always make me never give up and work hard. You know, there's no other way you can go. Is working hard, having patience, and yeah, just let the surf talks. You know, I'm not good at talking. I just love surfing, and yeah, man, this day is gonna be forever in my life, and I'm gonna tell my kid, you know, that I had to surf a lot to win this title. Yeah.
Safe to say Gabriel Medina is back in a big way, and right there, 2021 on the championship tours in the books. But guess what? So much more surfing to come. It might be a wrap for here on the championship tour, but we got the Challenger Series coming right around the corner. We're going to give you a preview of that and more from Lower Trestles. You are watching World Surf Weekly. We'll be right back. Welcome back to World Surf Weekly. Cote, Wasilewski, Guerrero on the call here. 2021 was a wild year from beginning to end. So my question to both of you, starting with you, Kaipo, how will 2021 be remembered in the history books for what an incredible and wild year it was?
I think the evolution of performance, the evolution of aerial surfing that we saw in 2021 for both the men as well as the women was a big standout for me.
Strider?
I think you just can't count out the rookies and the surprise of like a guy like Morgan Sibling making the top 5, having a chance at a world title. To me, it's just a reminder that you can go deep and find somebody that you've never heard about.
Oh yeah, still a lot of talent left to come. So let's take a look back at an epic 2021 season on the championship tour.
It's finally happening. Everyone's stoked to be back in the surfing community and doing what we love.
Everyone's warmed up, tuned up, and the performances are going to be on.
To start here, it's almost like having your dessert before dinner. You know, you start at one of the best waves on the planet, and I think that's really going to be setting the wheels in motion for what's going to be probably the best tour we've seen in decades.
Us finishing this event at Pipe is a pretty pivotal moment for women's surfing.
It's the fact that we're out there. That's what really matters.
He wants backdoor, pulls in, the spit comes out, and so does John.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that turn.
Welcome to Newcastle, Australia. Looking for the full road again, his signature move on the backhand.
And here goes Carissa Moore. Takes to the sky.
Wow.
It's one of the best single maneuvers we've seen in women's competition.
It feels so good to be standing number 1 at the end of this contest.
It's time for the Rip Curl Narrabeen Classic.
What?
Not taking any chances. He's going to hang on.
Wow.
One of the best starts we've seen on tour.
Caroline Marks finishes on top, her 3rd championship tour victory. Welcome to the Boost Mobile Margaret River Pro.
The perfect number, ladies and gentlemen, a 10-point ride.
He hasn't had that winning feeling in a little while.
Plenty of spray as she hangs onto that one.
Welcome to Rottnest Island. Fitzgibbons, now you're number 2 in the world.
Gabriel Medina, what an amazing performance through this Australian leg of the tour.
Welcome back to the Jeep Surf Ranch Pro.
It is the Toledo show. It's coming down to one wave. And he goes down, and that is it. Felipe Toledo is the Jeep Surf Ranch Pro Champion. Joanne DeFay knows she's got to bring it. She's ready to leave here with a win. Snaps it quickly, and she does it. Joanne DeFay, the Jeep Surf Ranch Pro Champion, picking up her first win of the season.
I hope I can just stay in the top 5 and make things shake a little bit.
Welcome everybody to this beautiful part of the world, Oaxaca, Mexico, here at Barra de la Cruz.
It's nice to be here for sure. The water's too warm. Nothing beats Mexico with tacos and, warm weather.
And the rookie from WA has just won his first championship tour event. Jack Robinson, the champ for the Corona Open Mexico. Stephanie Gilmore getting her 32nd win of her career as she takes out the Corona Open Mexico, presented by Quicksilver.
Welcome to the Rip Curl WSL Finals. He's got speed, got the section, gets the ramp.
Gabriel Medina is your undisputed WSL World Champion. A 5-time world champion here at the Rip Curl WSL Finals, Carissa Moore.
A great reminder right there of just how radical the 2021 championship tour season was. But guess what, surf fans? It's not over by a long shot. The Challenger Series is just around the corner in Huntington Beach. We're looking at the U.S. Open of Surfing, Huntington Beach, presented by Shiseido. This is our first ever Challenger Series event, and it's fitting that it's in Surf City, USA. This is where surfers will battle to get themselves onto the championship tour. Kaipo, this is how it all breaks down right here.
That's right, Chris. We got 12 spots for the men. We got 6 spots for the women to join the championship tour in 2022. It's going to be a battle because we start with a lot of surfers to get just a few spots.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see who comes through and gets back up and hits the tour with these guys on the main stage.
Well, this is going to be a fresh take on qualification, and we're so excited to fire this thing up. Let's take a look at how this is all going to shake down. Very excited to kick off the Challenger Series. That is going to start on September 20th. No waiting period. We are straight into it at the U.S. Open of Surfing, Huntington Beach, presented by Shiseido. And get this, I know you guys remember, but for you out there watching, let's not forget in USA and Canada, DraftKings is an official sponsor of the World Surf League. You can play free World Surf League pools for your shot at thousands of dollars in prizes. Just download the DraftKings app, use the code WSL to play for free. Questions are fun, easy, and the best part is that you can win cash. So don't wait, get in on the action now and don't go anywhere. Because coming up next, we've got your set of the day, and trust us when we say it's pumping.
And now in motion out the back, Italo, bottom drops out, somehow survives.
Breaking out of these walls, busting out of this prison, either rise or you fall. I'm on a mission, bringing my dreams to fruition. I ain't playing at all, bring out the body bags, I'm about to kill them, deliver them to the mortician. I gotta do what I gotta do, mess with my face, black in my face. I gotta do what I gotta do, I pray to God, he never came. I'ma do me, I'ma do me. That's in my blood, I'll never change. This is the toast of the underdogs. Now we doing it our way. And I gotta do what I gotta do. That's for my face, back in my face. I gotta do what
Welcome back to World Surf Weekly. I know we literally just ended the championship tour for 2021 about 15 minutes ago, but guess what? We're going to fire this thing right back up. How excited are you guys about the upcoming schedule? Tahiti, G-Land, J-Bay, all the hits are here. Best surfers, best waves, boom.
Yeah, and you know what? We're starting at Pipeline, and then we're going to take it to Sunset. And we haven't seen a CT at Sunset for a long time. So kicking it off in Hawaii, we're kicking it off with a bang, Strider.
Well, it's all going to feel brand new, really. We didn't get to go to J-Bay. We didn't get to go to Tahiti. We got all these things that are going to start happening for us. And then there's the surprise at the end of the year for the finals.
That's right.
We have a lot to look forward to.
No doubt. So who's going to win the world title? No, I'm going to give you guys a break on that one. But guess what? You're not going to get a break because watch out. I'm looking out there on the horizon, and I think I see the set of the day. Let's get into it. Let's start off with number 5, Connor Coffin. Are you kidding me? Hard carving Californian coming correct. Fought his way into the final 5. Did big things. Connor Coffin put on an incredible show. Congratulations to this young man.
R-A-I-L. Rail, rail, rail is what you see from Connor Coffin, and power. I'm impressed.
So from a powerful regular footer, let's go to a powerful goofy footer, Tatiana Weston Webb, number 2 on the planet. Amazing.
This was a clutch performance by Tatiana Weston Webb to get this score right when she needed it to overcome Sally Fitz in their matchup.
Kaipo, amazing.
Backhand assault and just clutch. Beautiful rail game, but most important, a finish and surviving this convergence of whitewater.
No doubt. Tatiana Weston Webb has a lot to be proud of. Now let's go to this guy, Gabriel Medina. He brought the whole bag of tricks to Lower Trestles.
And he knew what he was bringing. We've been watching the video clips. We've been seeing everything he's got, and he just brought it like it was every day. He just came out and did everything he's been doing in rotation, and it was so impressive to see the confidence and technical surfing above the lip by that man.
And sometimes runner-ups can be forgotten, but nobody will forget the performance that we saw from Felipe Toledo. He was absolutely on fire throughout this entire event. It was so fun to watch. Hard not to cheer for Felipe when he was turning it on.
Yeah, 8-point ride right here. I mean, really going through the roof on the backhand and then turning it around. He had a couple of these turns that were just so fierce and fast in the lip, like that thing right there. I mean, that is just money. You can't do a better turn than that. It was so out of control, powerful, and fast. If he would have, rode out of that right there, he would have possibly turned the heat on that move.
Yeah, just incredible high speed, high performance surfing. And that brings us to the biggest moment of the day, of the week, month, year, decade. 2 champions crowned in the lineup. Carissa Moore, Gabriel Medina. Huge things for Hawaii and Brazil.
Look at both of them came into finals day ranked number 1, and they came out as world champions. That's why you can call them undisputed world champions. I think justice was served here at Trestles, and congratulations to both Gabe Medina and Carissa Moore for well-earned world titles.
Well, the Global Championship party is not going to last long, because coming up next, the Challenger Series kicks off in Huntington Beach, California. The U.S. Open, presented by Shiseido, coming at you on September 20th. On behalf of us here at World Surf Weekly, we hope you get some waves. We'll see you in Huntington Beach.